Microdose, yeah. Microdose. Microdose. Microdose, dose. Microdose. Microdose, dose. Microdose. Microdose, dose.
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here. Don't call it a comeback. Like I said, first time's a fluke, second time is a trend, third time's the way it is, and this makes it numero quattro. And coming with me, rejoining me one more time, he is the Lord of Battle Mountain. He is the world record holder for most Dua Lipa merchandise stuffed in an Isuzu Trooper. Russell Fischer, what's good, man?
Damn, Dua Lipa, dude? How'd you know?
I took
you following my Instagram?
I do. Lord Battle.
Dude, Battle
Instagram.
Mountain. I don't know how that catches me off guard every fucking time, but I love it.
Our next guest, he's a world record kickboxing champion in 3 different weight classes. He also does DVD Tuesdays with Terrell on YouTube. Terrell Trotty, what's good, yo?
Hey, not much. Thank you for having me again. Was this like my third or fourth time? Yeah.
At least third. Yeah, man.
At least third, yeah, for sure.
Guys, I know we caught you on the spot here. We're just having a good time tonight, but it is October. It's spooky movie season. In fact, I think when this episode drops, we have a brand new Exorcist the beginning. Do we even give a shit about this? Point blank.
Of course, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
We already got our tickets.
Wow. Okay. I've seen the trailers for this, and quite frankly, it looks like a generic version of every other movie that has ripped off The Exorcist. What is standing out to you on this one? Why should people go see it?
What, they got 2 little girls that are possessed. I've seen a lot. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Exorcist movies. I haven't seen that happen. So even if you're a genre fan, that's a whole new like road we're going down. So I'm intrigued for that.
Yeah, it's not 1, it's 2. I don't know if they're like little best friends and they got like a blood oath or some shit that binded them to make a demon want them both. I don't know, but I'm here for it.
Dude, it's the forums. They were on Reddit or something, and now they're possessed. I'm predicting that.
Oh God! It is David Gordon. Yeah. He did put 400 million in buying this franchise, and he says this is his riskiest trilogy is putting out. He dibbled and dabbled with that Halloween, and everyone loved Halloween Ends. So I'm excited to see where this is going to go.
I gotta say, I really did enjoy Halloween Ends, like all the way up until
I did too.
All the way up until the very end when it became a Halloween movie again. And I'm like, fuck. Like I thought we were going somewhere with this, and now it's just back to the same old.
Yeah. I thought a Halloween parade could have been a thing that we like move forward with, where you have like a slasher on the hood of a car, and then everybody in the neighborhood comes out and parties. Like, I'd be down for that tradition. I
saw that scene and I felt terrible for like anybody that just moved in the neighborhood and is witnessing that. They have no context of what Michael Myers was. Like, yeah, neighbors are acting a little weird. Oh, and they're escorting a body on the hood of a car down the and they got torches. Oh boy. We gotta move.
Yeah, that was a good wood chipper. That was one of the best scenes.
It was fun. One of the gimmicks with the new Exorcist movie is Ellen Bernstein's coming back. She played the mom in the very first movie, and they for some reason make a big. It's like, you've been through this before. And it's like, well, yeah, she as an innocent bystander, as the mother of a child who had been possessed, but like she doesn't know any voodoo or anything. Like, what is her significance to this film?
Well, I guess they're trying, the requel route. They're ignoring all the other sequels from the other Exorcists. They're even ignoring the TV show that, supposed to be a sequel to the original film. And they're starting something new. So, of course, you need that legacy character, which is Chris, the mother of Reagan.
Is Linda Blair dead?
I don't know.
I don't know. She's not very fun anymore. I've heard when you go and meet her at she'll do like screenings, and I don't even know if she does conventions really anymore. Right. But she really, I think all the money she gets from stuff goes to like PETA or something. She won't sign anything from like The Exorcist.
Oh, I thought he meant is Linda Blair dead, as in like she's
in the movie.
Oh no,
I'm talking about in real life.
Like career.
In real life, no, she's alive. She does here and there.
Okay.
She pops up and gives her some money. That's how she get her coins. But I was just reading something today. Like, people are wondering, why isn't she in this requel?
That's where I'm going with this.
She wasn't even asked. She says that they didn't reach out to her, but she loves the support from fans.
No, I think
it's her character.
It's what I'm talking about. I think she's one of those, she just has a bunch of beliefs now and isn't willing to compromise on them. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think she'd be pretty hard to work with.
Or that would make more sense if she was in it. It's like, oh yeah. I mean, me and Pazuzu are old friends. Like we fuck around all the time.
Well, I mean, I would assume that this movie in the movie universe, she'll be dead, because if she was still alive, I think that would, I don't know, just picking up a new story, you'd want it to look kind of bleak, right? Yeah. Like, oh, there's no hope. And if she's gone, that's not very good for a new protagonist. So yeah, I think they'll say she's dead, but I have no idea.
Did you guys get to see the Saw X last week?
Yes, I loved it. I saw it twice.
Twice? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I tapped out after part 3.
Kush, you didn't?
No, I didn't get around to it. I ended up seeing Dumb Money and The Creator instead.
I've got The Creator.
Creator is very good. It's probably not going to be around after today. Honestly, like it tanked hard, but I thought it was a very good looking film. I enjoyed the story, edge of my seat experience the whole time. A little over 2 hours, but it's not obnoxious. It's a nice slow burn. Again, the Gareth Edwards, the guy who did Godzilla and Rogue One, like that guy knows how to make a movie, and for cheap too. So it's a shame that this thing is not producing any money. But no, I tapped out at Saw 3, and then various YouTube channels are just like, here's the top 10 Saw moments. I'm just like, all right, I've seen all this. But you guys are saying the Saw X is good. Like,
well, you gotta look. First, we went to a creator thing. Do you want to cover that, Terrell?
Just so creator, I was all excited. There was this free, I don't know if you know about the GoFobo thing, where they have like the free early release screenings and stuff. And they gooped and gagged us because it said, the creator playing, we where was this playing? In San Francisco somewhere? Or where was it? Emeryville?
No, we went to the East Bay.
Wow.
Hey, Kush, it was that place where all those kids like swarmed the theater, and there was like somebody got stabbed. It was the day after that happened.
Wow.
And we were there.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it was the day after.
And it was a dead zone. People were scared. But anyways, we went there, and I was thinking it was like a fucking the movie. I was like, I'm excited to go watch this. And then I guess because I don't read. Reading's fundamental, but it said on the damn poster, basically it was you're gonna see scenes from the movie. But I was excited because the director was gonna do a Q&A. So basically, what this was it's like a sneak peek to the film. So they showed us like 3 or 4 scenes from the movie. And what I gathered from the film is this man is a lot of things blowing up. Like the first part had this dude with this Asian chick, and they blow up. The next scene was them on a bridge that blew up, and then the little girl trying to stop like a robot or something that blew up. I'm like, what is this movie? They're creating like fire bombs or something? Is that what the creations are? But I mean, it was interesting too, because the guy that was interviewing the director, I guess the director did Rogue One. And I actually liked Rogue One, by the way. That was a good Star Wars film. But cool. I don't know, for me it was cringe. That guy just kept smiling. Remember that, Russ? He was just cheesing the whole time.
He was a little bit too fanboy. Yeah.
Oh, the moderator?
Yeah.
So we're in the theater for like 45 minutes. We made that drive for 45 minutes. We got a poster.
Because it was really weird. It's like there's in no way should that movie have bombed, and it really just comes down to marketing. And instead of doing this, like they were at the Alamo and they did a live stream, so they would ask questions and shit. But you look around in our theater, it was all like kind of old people just chilling, looking for a free thing to do
because it was free.
Yeah, but they could have the director could have went on fucking Corridor Crew or hit up like Markiplier or like a big live streamer, and it would have done so much better. And I think that crowd would have appreciated it. Instead, we were sitting around Grandma and Grandpa watching a little kid psychically communicate with the robot. And I'm like, I don't know if this is really their demographic.
And the thing is, that theater, I was nervous because we were in traffic, and there was a guy that I met through social media who was
I didn't think you were going to bring it up.
Invited us, but I just want to say, super nice guy, super cool. He's a filmmaker as well in his own way. But anyways, he invited us, and he's talking about he's rushing us. He's like, "Where are you? It's filling up. There's so many people," because he was holding our seats. And mind you, he wanted to sit in a particular spot, I guess, but he says that there's not much seats left. Let me tell you, right when we walk into this theater, because he wanted to get snacks. So I don't want to get into this. I don't want to ruin this boy. Anyway, so we get there, and when we walk into the theater, Russell, you can co-sign this. There was hella seats left in our normal area where we sit in the front row before the gap. There was hella room, but he made it seem like there was hella people there. So like Russell said earlier, there wasn't a lot of people in even this event to begin with.
Dude, Kush,
I don't know.
I can't. Like,
it's such a weird description of an event. Like, I thought you guys were going to tell me a story. Like, we went to go see the free sneak preview through that company you just mentioned. And anytime I've tried to fuck with them, you got to get to the theater like 4 hours in advance because assholes have been standing in line for 8 hours already. And then sometimes they might be confiscating phones. I'm like, fuck you. We're not doing that.
Yeah, the phone thing hasn't happened in a minute. At least not for horror movies, maybe.
Okay. But for us, we got there by the nails of our teeth.
We got there late.
We got there late as hell. The shit was like, oh, it starts any moment. She's all rushing us. But we had to get a drink and some popcorn, so they had to wait.
Of course.
So when we got there, it was perfect timing. Right, Russ?
Yeah. We were there like 5-10 minutes late. And Kush, you've hung out with us before. Mm-hmm. Me and Oksana, we cannot get anywhere on time. And we knew there was going to be bridge traffic. The whole time we were on that bridge, Terrell was texting this dude. Yes. Like, dude, what can we do?
And it was driving me nuts. Yeah. He kept saying, "Are you almost here? Are you here? How far are you away?" And I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
it was a hot mess, and it was stressful. In my eyes, that's why when I got there and I got to sit down, eat my popcorn, and drink that beer that we got, it was great. But I didn't even care that it wasn't the movie. I was like, you know what? I'm over this. We finally made it. Let's just enjoy this.
Dude,
I don't know the full context of this relationship or necessarily all the details, and it's not my business, but this dude sounds kind of clingy.
Oh, goodness.
I think it's a combination of he's just excited to be friends with Terrell because, he's an IG celebrity now and he'd be doing Bluray Tuesday. No, I think, it's just when you meet people online, you never know what you're going to get. And I don't know. I think he was just kind of anxious. Like, because again, we were kind of in the safe zone. We were rolling out there with like 3 people. He was there alone.
He was by himself. Yeah.
He might have never made it home if we were the wrong people.
Yeah, it's true. Very, very true. His mom kept calling. But anyways, we got a really nice lanyard. I was excited about that. And we got a cool poster.
Dude, that lanyard was legit. As somebody who puts on events and, designing and paying for a lanyard is like a thing. I was kind of shocked at this throwaway event that they didn't promote at all other than a GoFobo email, which I ignore because Kush is correct. It is a lot of jumping through hoops to get through there. I've actually signed up for a lot of shit and never gotten in, like never even gotten the free tickets. So I don't look at them. And I got there and I went, holy shit, this lanyard, it feels like we're going to like Comic-Con VIP or something. And
I remember a friend of mine used to work at a gym and he was all excited. He was like, going to see Beowulf tonight. Got sneak preview.
Oh, that's so bad.
And I was just like, oh, when's it start? He's like, starts in like half an hour. And I was like, again, dude, you should have been there like 4 hours. Goes, the fuck do you mean, bro? Why do I got a ticket right here? And I was like, yeah, they oversell that shit. It's a free event. They want it to be full. And sure enough, came back 45 minutes, like, couldn't get in, dude. What the fuck? I got a kid in a wheelchair here. And I was like, yeah, hey, stupid.
Damn, and back then,
Beowulf.
Dude, it's probably packed too. I think so.
That was Angelina Jolie. I remember that.
That's when going to a movie was still like a thing, like an event. I mean, it's kind of coming back now. I feel like the Oppenheimer Barbie combo kind of like reinvigorated shit. Yeah. Because I am kind of shocked to hear creators not doing well. But I heard Saw, like it did the best out of the franchise, right?
Well, the creator came out during an awful time. Yeah, it had Saw, and a lot of kids probably went to see the Paw Patrol shit, the Disney or whatever that is, DreamWorks.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see it eventually. So you liked it, Kush? You said it was solid. What would you give it out of a 5-star rating? You heard about this Overlook 12-star ratings, right?
I haven't heard about the Overlook 12 stars. I would give it a 4 out of 5 for sure.
4 out of 5.
That's solid. What would that be, Russ? In 12?
Hold on, I got to pull up my conversion chart.
It's 80%, so it's probably like 9 out of 12.
Yeah, 9 out of 12. It's one of the things about the 12-star rating is even if you don't really like a movie, it always sounds like you kind of do. Because if you tell people, dude, I give it 4 stars, they're like, oh, you really liked it. It's like, well, out of 12, that's really,
out of 1,200.
Yeah, Kush, don't worry. We're gonna start printing out posters with the conversion chart. Also, we have a colorblind and a color wheel, so we'll send it over to you.
Please.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like we're gonna see some more Saw in the future. I don't know how they're gonna keep pulling this off because again, that dude died in part 3.
Kush, did you hear about what the movie is?
I understand it's supposed to be like Saw part 1.5.
Yeah, but like as you know, like a genre fan, it's one of those. It's the double-edged sword thing where franchise fans are like,
shit about
it's the
time
same
travel. I heard shit about time travel, but I was like, you mean a flashback?
Yeah.
Like
well, I mean, dude,
because like I've seen the poster and I was like, are we bringing the Aztecs into this? What?
Oh, because he goes to Mexico.
He goes to Mexico. So the film, if you want to talk like highbrow, what is the film addressing? It's kind of about the medical industry, oddly enough, because John Kramer is trying to deal with that terminal cancer he has, the brain tumor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he is shot down by every hospital out here. So he finds a medical center online they're like, if you can make it out to Mexico tonight, we'll get you in. And of course they charge him an arm and a leg, and then they give him a treatment and they're like, hey man, you're good, dude. And then like he looks into it and they had scammed him. He goes back and they've defrauded him. So it's the only Saw movie where you're with John Kramer the whole time and you're fucking rooting for him, because it's like, yes, kill these people. And I don't know, there's something about it that just feels really good.
I've been aware of the cancer and like he was denied health insurance and all that stuff. And then I'm just like, this is a man who can't afford health insurance, but for some reason has an unlimited credit card at Home Depot.
Dude. He's
a
mechanical engineer genius.
He's a fucking engineer.
Yeah.
He's some reason got lots of property that no one knows about. I don't know how he's getting power to these things. None of this is running off of steam.
He's doing what that illegal drug operation did in California, where you just drive by a building and they're like, hey, why is there power being diverted here? And you go in there, it's like, oh, it's a fucking grow operation. That's what he's doing.
Wow.
But he's using it. He's using it to. Oh, dude, look into that story. It's gnarly. Okay. But yeah, John Kramer, dude. It's the people I do the podcast with, Randy and Clark. They don't understand. They're not genre fans. So me and Terrell, we went there and had a blast. But the other 8 people we went with, they're like, it was boring.
Yeah, but they had fun though. Talking about, I was shocked because, like Jasadi in particular, he was having a good old time, laughing, enjoying himself, like oohing and on to all the craziness. And at the end, he's like, "This shit's trash." Like I was like, "What the hell?" I'm so confused because it's like, to me, you loved it.
Yeah, but Kush, you don't strike me as a genre fan, so I don't know if you would.
I don't even necessarily know what that means, man. Like, I like sci-fi, I like horror, I like various things. I like franchises, but some things hit, some things don't.
For sure.
Saw was great for me up until a point, but also I've seen all of the Fast and the Furious movies. I don't like them all, but I get it. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's fair. So I would say maybe you're a genre fan when it comes to like blockbusters. But the way I try to break it down, because, the Venn diagram of shit I like kind of crosses over with French New Wave and like the newest Saw movie. So I get in these conversations where people are like, how the fuck do you even like this film? And I'm like, well, it's not doing anything. It's not advancing film in any way. But you could look at it and be like, they did try and do a teal and orange palette. So in the color grade, they were trying to get an A24 look, which honestly was kind of off-putting. I don't think it like really worked. Even cinematically, they were trying to make it look like really like to stand out in the franchise. But
I wasn't sure if they were doing that because it was taking place so far back. I was confused by that a little bit too, watching it the second time.
It's kind of it's a look that a lot of art house movies go for. Like a lot of the A24 distro will use like, it's kind of like a subtle palette. It's not very like saturated. And I don't know, it kind of gives more of a like the thinking man's movie vibe. But you're like, but I'm watching fucking Saw right now. So the thing that me and Terrell get from it is it's like a Freddy vs. Jason or a Jason X. Like it's a unique, it's a unique entry. So you know what? Maybe you'll dig it. It's not another like rehash.
I like it.
Yeah, even though I am there just to see him kill people in every way he can come up with.
No, just wondering what made you drop off from the series? Were you not into like the whole torture porn era of horror?
It got old very quickly. However, with the guy dies in part 3, and then they got a part 4. I was like, no, you don't. Shut up, stupid. Knock that out.
They keep it going. The story.
And by the way,
continues.
I've seen the various YouTube videos. Here's everything you need to know about Saw in a linear timeline, and I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I get.
I gotta watch one of those.
There's Disciples and all that stuff. Costas Mandalore is in it. Carrie Elways, for some reason, comes back.
Yep.
I thought he had died in part 2, but okay.
He comes back in 7.
Comes back in 7. Yeah. So I've understood the progression of it, but I'm also like, probably not.
Well, the problem is they're anchored to characters when really what the franchise is it's an evolution of a slasher film. Instead of hanging out with a bunch of kids who are fornicating and doing drugs, we introduce them to a location and it's like, you either live or die right now. What's going to happen? So it's kind of like a reinvention. But I think as far as storytelling goes, they're kind of anchored to Jigsaw. He's so iconic. It's like, what do we do if he's not a part of it?
And I saw Spiral. I liked Spiral. I thought Spiral was
good.
unique.
Yeah.
Jigsaw had the copycat killer, and it went back to how Jigsaw trained him, or I don't know. You know how they always connected back to John Kramer.
Yeah, they got to, because he's got that voice, dude. It's so good. Now they should just have an AI. Fuck it. Just make it some dude online who's hiring people off of Fiverr, and he's just, his avatar is Billy. Don't think too hard about it. We just want to see him die in a reverse bear trap.
Yeah, but it's just exciting too, because I loved the Saw movies as they went on. So I asked Kush what made you stop, because I loved it as it went 4 or 5. 4 wasn't my favorite. 5 was all right, but then 6 was great. And I was just really into it. Plus, it was so big that VH1 did a reality show casting new characters to play in the movie. Yeah. So they had 2 seasons of that, where the winner of the season would be in the next movie. And Shawnee Smith was the host, who plays Amanda. And part 1, 2, 3, and X. So that's pretty interesting. And I don't know. I love the series, the franchise, and I've been rewatching them. I just rewatched part 3 again, and I'm about to move on to 4.
Damn.
Did you guys ever go to the Saw Mania convention? This would be 2007, 2009.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither. Yeah. But we did do for my birthday a few years ago. We went to the Saw escape room in Las Vegas, where me, Russ, and the whole group, we all had to escape Jigsaw's game. That was hella fun. All the puzzles.
I would have died.
Me too. We didn't have those people's help. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, Saw Mania looks tight. I just entered into Reddit to look at a post from a year ago where they shared everything from 2008.
Okay, 2008. Yeah. Is only one-time thing, right?
It looks like it. You could get your picture taken with Billy, dude.
Billy's the puppet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you don't know Billy. You better stay tuned for wait, what were you saying comes out on Thursday? This episode and Exorcist. Well, the other thing that comes out is the 100th episode of Bluray Tuesday.
That's right. Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been fun.
That's a big milestone.
And we're in spooky Bluray Tuesday, so every week this month you're going to see a new character. So stay tuned for those. It's going to be fun.
Okay. So I asked this to a friend the other day at work, who's also a very avid physical media collector. Thousands, I'd guess. Every time we talk, it was like, I picked this up, and I picked this up, and I picked this up, and I was like, all right, cool. And he tells me the formatting on this was a 4 point. Anyway, he's all over it. But then I asked him, I was like, hey man, and I saw this in Bluray Tuesday 99. Target has stopped selling physical media. Best Buy screwed up my Christmas purchases last year. Stopped selling physical media. So Terrell, what are you gonna do if you can't get physical media anymore? Are you just gonna start picking up bootlegs? Because that's always gonna be a thing. So
bootleg is gonna be a thing. There's this China site that I used to, I haven't in a while, go to, but they put out every damn thing. Every little thing that's streaming, they make a Blu-ray for it. But physical media for me, I love to have the damn case and have the disc. Like there's too often that like the internet will go out or the Wi-Fi will be jittery and the shit don't look good. The quality gets bad. Bonus features are hella cool, especially if you like the movie. It does suck that because it's so cool to go to the movie theater. I mean, go to like the stores and actually see the stuff on the shelves and like pick through it and say, hey, I want this. You know, pick up certain deals like Black Friday and stuff. But now everything's online, and that's scary because like you might not get a slipcover, you might get it damaged. Like right now, Prey, that Steelbook Prey, the Hulu movie dropped, and that shit sold out within minutes, and now it's on eBay for $200-300 for that fucking Steelbook.
Wow,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So physical media, there's still a market for it, but I feel like stores are like, I don't know. And another thing I've noticed, a lot of people still buy DVDs. Based on the sales, DVD sales are higher than Blu-ray, which is really weird. And then it goes 4K. It goes DVD, Blu-ray, then 4K.
Because they're more expensive, the better the quality. Yeah.
Probably. No, but sometimes the DVD is like the same price as the Blu-ray, which is really weird. But I don't know, what would I do? I don't know. That's brutal for me because I actually like to own it. Like it's cool to like watch something on VOD. But
well, your current collection doesn't fade away. I'm happy to report. Your current collection stays right where it is.
That'll be here. But going forward, there's a lot of good movies coming out. Like this year alone, last year was a very solid year for horror. This year too. But we still haven't got a proper release for Barbarian. That's still, I had to get a bootleg for that.
What release do we currently have, or do we not have one?
None.
I got a bootleg. There's no release at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
They decided that they just weren't going to put one out.
That's why the release of Prey was so big, because they announced they weren't going to release that, and then I guess they changed their mind. As well as Disney Plus, like those Marvel shows and their little should they be content creating? I don't know. They are finally releasing those as well, like Loki, WandaVision. What's that Star Wars stuff? That Mandalorian. Those are all being released on Blu-ray and 4K after they said they wouldn't do it. So Disney's greedy.
There's money there.
The market.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely money to be had, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
Are any of those Disney Plus titles going to end up in the collection?
Eventually. Right now, they're kind of pricey. Like, I want the 4K releases, and like Loki was like $59.99 for just one season of 6 episodes. You can have that for now. Yeah. So when that drops, I'd probably add it. Definitely.
Is that because you like it, or you're just collecting the stuff? Because I'm like, I get why people like Loki, but yeah. Nothing I want to own.
Loki wasn't my favorite of the bunch, but I think as a completist to me would want to have it. But I'm in no rush. Like WandaVision, I actually love that, and I definitely want that in the collection. Loki was just whatever. Mandalorian, I saw the first season and I fell off. I don't know. There's so many shows like the Andor, the Akasha one that just ended. Like I'm just so far behind. It's hard to keep up with the shows.
Well, they are trying to monopolize your time, which is my big thing about like the whole like content kind of franchise. Like I would say that The Conjuring was on the road to do it, but then they got tripped up with like The Nun and The Crooked Man, and they let too much time in. But I mean, with Marvel, dude, they were churning out movies and TV shows at a rate where like if you had a full-time job, you got to kind of like, this has to be your hobby, keeping up with them. Yeah, I'm bummed because I wanted to watch Moon Knight. Was it good?
It's all right.
It was okay. It was okay. I wanted something different, I think, and it just wasn't. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I guess I don't really know the character, but the show was just okay to me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, these are all just TV shows, and maybe they say shit and they drop an F-bomb, and you're like, "Oh, it's Disney Plus. How bashful am I now?" but it's at the end of these, it's just TV shows, and like these 6-hour episodes could be condensed down to 2.5 hours if you really want to do it. You know, I feel like it's just a lot of filler and just ultimately disappointing. Moon Knight could have had more going for it, but it was weird for the sake of being weird. And I suppose if there is a season 2, which I don't think is happening, because very, very few people turned up for the Moon Knight because guess what? They were trying to be too weird and go like, we're going to reveal all this other stuff to you in the next season, which is may or may not be
going to happen. Yeah.
It was weird. I don't know. It was hard to follow too. I don't know.
Well, wasn't that Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead?
I don't know.
Well, they did one episode. I think it was episode 3.
Oh, I thought they did the whole show. Okay.
I think they did the 3rd or 4th, or maybe the 3rd and the 4th episode, but I don't think they did the whole season.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. I mean, I like Moon Knight, but that's why I was mostly interested.
I mean, if you got the Disney Plus, man, it's there, you know. And again, it's 6 hours. It's a very quick burn. So
God damn, that ain't quick.
No, when this movie's popping out, especially this month.
You don't have to watch it all in one sitting, guys, but still.
Yeah, God. Binging it is probably the worst way to take it in. But, in October, this is kind of the only time where I rewatch movies. I've fallen into like this thing for the past few years where I'm not like pulling any of my collection off the shelf and watching it, except for Halloween. It's the one time.
I feel you. Unless it's an occasional holiday, like 4th of July. I know it's summer. Yep. Yeah, I get you on that. Yep.
Like if we're watching, like every year when we're barbecuing, we do that. But I don't know. Kush, did you check out Cobwebs when that was around?
I don't even know.
I love that movie.
Oh, okay. You're not alone. So you know how they made a straight to Netflix Texas Chainsaw movie?
I don't believe I do. No.
All right.
There's been so many remakes of Texas Chainsaw now. Like I remember when the Matthew McConaughey one came out, people were like, it's the new Texas Chainsaw reboot. Like, and I was like, oh, this is weird.
Next Generation. I love that one.
I like that movie. Yep.
He's talking about the Illuminati and shit. Hell yeah,
I like that a lot. It was crazy. Renee Zellweger was in that. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no. So the new Netflix Texas Chainsaw was really like divisive, and I'll let you watch it, and then, I think you'll enjoy it. But the guy who made that also made a movie called Cobweb, which is, dude, it's like three different genres, like subgenres of horror, all wrapped in one movie. And it really works well. It's also a Halloween movie. That's why I was
perfect
asking.
For this time, Kush.
Yeah.
It's very Halloween. The sceneries, the pumpkins, everything. I highly recommend Cobweb. So add that to your list. That's your homework for after this episode.
Is that streaming right now?
I'm sure it is. It hit Blu-ray a few weeks ago from Lionsgate. But I'm sure that's streaming. It has to be. I have to look into it, but yeah, Cobweb.
Yeah. It's all over the place, but it's for rent. And then the last attempt to sell you on it, Kush. Deborah Wilson makes a contribution to the film.
Okay.
Do you remember her?
I know her. Yeah, she's from Mad TV.
Yeah.
She's I think she's done some Marvel stuff lately. I might be wrong about that. If it wasn't the voice, she was like one of the Dora Milaje.
Oh, nice.
I feel like you're probably right. Oh, yeah, she's done Batman.
She's done Batman.
Oh, nice.
Known for Over the Hedge, Batman the Enemy Within, Scary Movie 4, and Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order. That's what IMDb pushes to the top. Yeah.
Scary Movie is one I want to rewatch. I only like the first two. The other ones, they all blur together.
Yeah, she's in 4. And she plays Oprah.
Oh, fine.
Oh, that's funny.
Hell yeah.
Fine. Guys, we could talk for another 2 hours here, but we got to wrap stuff up there. But before we go, again, we got another 30 days left of Halloween here. What horror movies are you looking forward to outside of The Exorcist?
Ooh, Terrell. Terrell's really the one with his ear to the road and fingers on the pulse of what's coming out. So I don't even know if I can tell you.
Theater-wise, I'm not a big fan or don't really know much about these characters, but the Five Nights at Freddy's looks solid.
Oh, I'm into that. Yeah.
I do want to see that. The Killer, Totally Killer, the Amazon Prime slasher. I'm looking forward to that. It looks like a comedy horror, more like Freaky and or Happy Death Day ish. I know that's that wasn't the greatest movie, but that's kind of interesting to me. Also, another franchise I'm not too fond of, but it is what it is Pet Sematary Bloodlines. It also hits VOD this weekend. So on Paramount Plus, I was looking forward to that. Me and my franchises. So yeah, and
so Hulu, is this a sequel to the remake that came out in 2019? Is this just another one-off? Is it a spin-off to the first two Pet Cemeteries?
Pet Sematary Bloodlines is a prequel to the original, so I think it takes the character, the old dude from the original movie. It's him as the kid or something.
Well, dude. So I just pulled up a hacky list of here's what you should be watching in October, and they have Bloodline on there, and it says a prequel to the 2019 adaptation. That was Stephen King's
Oh, it
classic.
is. Oh, okay.
So what the fuck? Why? Also, dude, October 6th, this Thursday is like fucking stacked. So
I told you I posted about this hella movie.
Dude, and VHS 85.
Yep, that drops on Shudder.
Yep. What the fuck?
I was gonna ask you. I meant to ask you that yesterday if you wanted to watch that on Friday or not.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally killer. Then this movie, When Evil Lurks, looks good too. Yeah, dude, there's a lot coming out. And you know what? A lot of these are hitting Shudder, which is a better sign than the theater, because if you're a horror fan, you know that they'll just dump anything in October and people will go because they're tourists for the horror movie season. But Shudder, I have a little bit more faith in. But again, I can't recommend Screambox more. I don't know if you ventured into that territory, Kush, but Screambox is getting the weird stuff. So, yeah.
Weird stuff isn't really my bag these days, but that's okay. That's okay. I go to the
why not?
I go to the unnamed found footage festival for the weird stuff, and I'm not disappointed.
Oh, okay.
Good. Well, then you better be there.
For you at the last one.
Yeah, I had to work that day. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Well, we're probably going to do 4 again next year, so you need to be out at least for 1.
Okay.
And digital in the end of November. So I'll keep you up to date with that. And again, whenever you're bored, me and Terrell always love to come on here and yell on your show.
Cool, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Sounds like a good time. Lord Battle, where can the kids find you?
Oh, I don't know. In the alley, under their bed, in the unemployment line.
Oh my god!
I'm on Instagram, Lord Battle of Battle Mountain. I do the Overlook Hour podcast every Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know, what else do we do? I participate in Bluray Tuesday with Terrell, which again I can't stress enough. It's the 100th episode, Kush. We better see you in the goddamn comments, dude.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
People comment on there. Yeah, tomorrow at 6:00 p.m. Every Thursday is Bluray Tuesday with Terrell. On YouTube. You know my Instagram, Terrell88. Twitter, Terrell826. Or X.
Do you even go on that? You never keep that updated. Yeah.
But I know this show promotes on X. Remember, I've reshared.
I don't do the X.
You don't. Okay.
What do you want? Blue Sky?
I mean, my account still exists. But once I was like, name change. That's fucking stupid. Silent protest.
And did you see that he did his first live stream on the platform?
No,
so they're going to enter into that competitive market. So, Kush, when you want to start live streaming with me and Terrell, let's do it. We'll get on X, dude.
Well, you guys can host it on X then. You guys can do the hosting on X. But man, I'll pop in for that. So I do some stuff around here, folks. You know, we do this with a friend of the family, Mike Fish. It's the Waffle Box. It's the original Waffle Box. You accept no substitutes because it is the best part of Wednesdays. It's the People's Podcast coming all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60. You love us because we do this. We do this because we love you. So for Russell Fisher, for Terrell Trotty, I've been Kush Hayes.
Yes.
You've been you.
Microdose, 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 yeah, microdose.
From the BosNet family.
Oh, I don't want to get into this. I don't want to ruin this boy. Anyway, so we get there, and